Okay, I'm recording this directly after the Marnie unboxing. I even put out the new mat and everything, so hopefully that looks a little bit better as well. It looked a little weird considering like it was like this weird space kind of theme and then like the different colors in the background from this and then just like a white play mat. So hopefully this looks a little bit better as well, more appealing. If there's a lot going on, let me know. I can move a few things, but regardless, we're back. Another video, another unboxing. So today, we've got two boxes. First, we got the Orbeetle V, and then the new Alakazam V box. I just got the Alakazam V box in the mail today, so I mean this set is actually pretty exciting considering it's Vivid Voltage, but having an Alakazam card in general is pretty exciting because they haven't made one in quite some time. I think that there's a whole story about how or why Alakazam was banned from having a card. Kind of like, not necessarily the same thing that went on with like Porygon in the show, but they had banned him for a bit because there was like a lawsuit against Pokemon or whatnot. So this is the first thing you get in the Alakazam V box, the Jumbo promo card. It actually has some pretty good moves on it, so I mean if you put it on your bench and you're set up with a Psychic deck with a Malamar and some of the other, you know, go-tos for the Psychic decks, this is definitely your go-to. Then of course, you get the regular size promo with it as well.
Bruh.
Again, just nice little promo. In the Orbeetle box, you get the same thing pretty much, just the one jumbo card. I don't think this is a very exciting card. I mean, it could be useful, but this is kind of situational. I mean, Strafe is pretty good, but for only 20 damage, it's not that great. Mysterious Wave, sure. I mean, if you just stockpile, you know, your energies, or if the other opponent has a bunch of energy just stockpiled, like this would be good, but again, it's pretty situational. You're not going to really see this being used that much, especially since, you know, the weakness to grass, not very good. I'm sorry, weakness to fire, what am I saying? A small promo to it as well. I mean, it's a good looking card, and Orbeetle is one of the cooler Gen 8 Pokemon, but regardless. Then of course, in each, you get 4 packs for, I think, yeah, so Orbeetle came with a Darkness Ablaze and a Burning Shadows, and then 2 Vivid Voltage. And looking at the Alakazam box, I believe this is what you got in this one, unless I'm getting them mixed up. Hold on, I might check. But this one has Base, Sun and Moon, and Rebel Clash, and then 2 Vivid. Okay, didn't really say anything, but I'll go ahead and arrange these in a way that makes it exciting. So we're going to start off with the Darkness Ablaze. If I get anything out of these, I'll be very surprised. So with tins, I'm usually very lucky. For some reason, tins are always the way to go for me. But when it comes to these like promo boxes, I'm never lucky. I tend to usually just get my best things out of tins. Even Elite Trainer boxes, I've pulled only like a few handful like good cards, but that's just because of the sheer amount of packs I open regardless. Electrike, Dino, Reverse Diglett, and then a Holo Decidueye. Now let me tell you, I hate this card. Why did they make this card? I mean, obviously it's just one of those that prevent damage from V and GX, but whenever I go against it, like, the grass decks are starting to get insane to where it's almost impossible to make any progress on them. Like, you have to just pray that you're one-shotting each card. Especially if, you know, you're going against this card, you have to make sure you have something in the back that can actually do damage to this, or at least switch out, because it's going to be tough for you regardless. Thinking about it, I might actually record one more video and try to get them out in a very rapid succession, because I want to do another like exciting opening, and I have a few exciting things to open, but I think getting some of these smaller ones out of the way just to make up for the lack of content, I think would be best. So that's probably my play. We have a reverse holo of Vaporeon. It's pretty cool. I don't know if people actually like these reverses. I know people have said like they're pretty hard to read. I mean, actually looking at it right now, it's not that bad, but in person, it's pretty difficult to read the text and whatnot. And a regular Lycanroc. Yeah, after this, I'll record one more video. It's going to take a lot of time to edit all of them, but at least I'll be able to have content coming out fairly frequently in the upcoming future. And again, like I said in the last video as well, I really want to start taking a deeper dive into some of my collections. I think they're interesting enough in themselves to make content on, so I mean, here's the going for it. Maybe I can get some kind of traction from it, of course, just by it being due to like connections. Like, I guess I'll talk about it in the next bag. Hold on. Like I was saying though, some of my collections, I mean, not only do I collect Pokemon, but I collect a lot of Persona things. I'm a really big fan of that series. I just recently got into that series, but over time I've just accumulated a lot of things from that series, so it might be a cool opening. And some of the shows I like to watch, some of the anime I like to watch. I've started smaller collections and bigger ones just off those two things. Reverse Metang, and then, how fitting, Orbeetle VMAX. I was wondering, I thought that he had a VMAX card, but I wasn't too sure. Not bad though, not a bad pull at all. And my natural lighting is doing wonders on this card right now, let me say. Is this even good? It's literally, hold on. So the only difference is he doesn't have strafe. The Eerie Beam isn't bad, but he has to be in the active. And it's 1 damage per each. But then he also has the same move as Mysterious Wave, but instead of doing 30 per energy, it does 50. Which, I guess I could see the use for this, but it's still, considering grass decks right now, I still don't think this is worth it. Maybe once GX moves out of the ladder V, this might be good for a grass deck. I'm not too sure. I don't really use grass decks, if I'm being completely honest, but still, I mean, it's pretty cool. At least we have something that's like bigger. In the last video, I didn't really get anything, but still, I mean, it's exciting. And of course, you get the packs for the online TCG. And hopefully that opening is pretty exciting. I'm planning on also doing it with someone else there. I think my commentary is like, I think it's fine alone, but it's also pretty cool to get 2 people onto it at least. So hopefully I have more people in my content as well. I'm planning on doing a few things. Oh, and also, I forgot to promote it in the last video, but I also made a Twitch. Hopefully I can stream there. I'll be doing Pokemon content, but I'll also be doing variety games and whatnot, because I think it's fun. Of course, my streams are just going to be pretty chill. I mean, I don't necessarily expect to get big or blow up or anything like that. Again, it's just to do something that pertains to my passions and whatnot, and like terms of collecting and gaming and whatnot. This card just threw me off by a hole. I didn't even know this was a card in the set. But probably the best thing in Sword and Shield was definitely this, because it made sense with not only like the lore of the game and like the abominations, like the fossils and whatnot, but also because of the actual history to it. I'm sure you've probably heard the story of why this is a character in the game and like why the fossils are what they are. It's just because of like, now, haven't done my research on it in quite some time, because this was like early Sword and Shield lore, but it was like in the early times in England, I think, they researched fossils, but their process of researching them was just like clumping them together and seeing if things would work. And so that's kind of how this character came to make the fossils in the game, which is really cool. You have Execute, Woobat, Beldum, Reverse Cottony, and a Hollow Regirock at Max Mofo for his Regirock noises. I was kind of, steamrolling through these again, but it's still enough to be posting out videos, even if it's short term. I didn't mean to do that, so we know it's garbage. And so, I mean, hopefully it's still entertaining to watch. I'm just gonna go through this. We'll see if there's... Nope. Okay, actually Shedinja's not bad, but Finally, our last pack, Burning Shadows. Hoping for that Rainbow Charizard. That would, I mean, that would make 2021. Okay. Water Energy, Weakness Policy, Po-Town, Ribombee, Wimpod, Alolan Rattata. The Alolan forms, now the Galarian forms, some of them are really cool and some of them are kind of meh, but I don't think there's an Alolan form that I dislike. I think most of them I think are really cool. Magikarp.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Pansear. Go ahead and I'll just, there you go. Cutiefly, Plumeria, and finally, a regular Lycanroc. The recap should be pretty short, but we'll go into it regardless. Sorry for saying regardless a lot, just what I do. Regirock, Holo, Orbeetle VMAX, Orbeetle V, and then the Alakazam V promo. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'll probably record one more video immediately after this, just to, oh, also, forgot, the Decidueye V, or not V, the Decidueye that doesn't take damage from V. Also got this. But still, I'll call it there, and we shall open, I don't know actually what I'm going to open next, but I don't think it's going to be necessarily the most exciting thing in existence, but it should still be good. So, anyways, later.
You